bad decision?
Can't think of any. I've certainly made bad decisions in my life, but none that come to mind right now. Any bad decision that I have made, I've learned from it, and I have fixed anything that I may have damaged, and I don't make any of the same bad decisions anymore.
Time.
40.
Okay. So this what was good about that answer?
He had to think about it, and at first he said he didn't make no bad decision, but he came back and said, kind of corrected himself. I think he kind of thought about it, and so he came back and said, any bad decision, he's certainly sure he has made some bad decisions, but he has, rectified it or fixed it. So I think that was a good comeback from saying, I can't think of any bad decisions that I've made. So that was good. He had he had good eye contact. He wasn't like shying away. Even though he kind of paused, he still didn't shy away. He still came. It's just like he took that time to think about what he was going to say.
That's the wrong answer.
All right. What would make it an even stronger answer?
Not starting off with, I can't think of any.
Yeah, maybe
Because then that makes them
Yeah.
kind of think, oh, so you're perfect. You've never made a bad decision.
Yes,
Everybody
I am
has
perfect.
made.
Hire me for this job.
You know.
One more good thing I think that he did is he didn't come out and exactly say any sort of specific bad decision. He just said, any bad decision that I have made, I've learned from it, I fixed it, and I know not to do that again. So I mean, so they know that he made a bad decision, but he didn't say, from my last job I stole, and so now that I know not to steal from my job, like something like that. So,
Right.
So it was suitably vague.
yes, but
Vague is okay sometimes, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, what would have made it an even stronger answer?
I think if he had just came straight out and said, I have made some bad decisions, which I've learned from, and then go on to explain.
Yeah, but I didn't have that thought until.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, and sometimes, and I find that for myself too, that I don't really get the full concept of my thoughts until I actually start talking, which is kind of bad.
because you're speaking, you're like,
It's like,
oh wait, I should be talking about this,
it's
not
like,
what I
let me
talked
just
about.
start talking, and okay, now I'm on the train.
Other
So,
suggestions? Other suggestions? Well, what kind of decision are they trying to trap you into saying that you've made? A really bad one, right?
Yeah.
You don't want them to know about any really bad decisions, so how can you answer?
Just like he
Yeah.
did.
You can,
Well, that's one way.
a bad decision as far as trying to make whatever bad decisions into a good
Into
situation,
positive.
positive
Yep.
situation instead of a bad.
At the very least, if it has to be bad, make it very small, make it ancient, and describe how you've improved since then.
No decision's a bad decision because you grow from every decision you
And
make.
describe that, because when you said you've learned from these things, but you've forgotten what you've learned, obviously, because you didn't say what you learned. So the example that I would give is, I visited my friend Mike Eliasso in Baltimore. We went to the mall, and I bought some CDs for my family. We came to his house. I was going to be spending the night at his house. So I was carrying my bags inside, and I said, oh, Mike, shall I go back out and get the CDs in the plastic bags? Oh, no, this is a safe neighborhood. So it's okay. Next morning, we went out to his car.
Yeah.
It was gone. That was a bad decision, but the implication is there was a bad decision because I was trusting my friend and I was relying on the goodness of the neighborhood, whereas I shouldn't have done that, but it didn't reflect poorly on me to have done it. So that's, I think, one way in which you can talk about bad decisions. For instance, you could show something in the workplace too that shows that you really have a good heart, but you were maybe too kind to somebody and they betrayed you, something like that. Okay. We have Christine Donahue.